looking at Solana's price in today's video, which is dedicated to Solana, it is really bullish right now. As you can see, after this low here on the 7th of April to $95, it has put in higher highs and higher lows, right? It hasn't created a higher low yet on this current run up that it's on right now, but as you can see, it is trying to go higher. Now, the thing you got to keep in mind here is that there is a lot of resistance here. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see there's resistance around this area between $123 and $127, right? Quite a lot of it, in fact, because when we went down back in February to test this area, you know, we did hold quite well around here, and we tried to go a little bit higher, trading around $130. But every time we pulled back to this current area. So this area now became resistance, and so it is going to be a bit hard to break. And so for me personally, what I did is, because I have bought in on this way up here at the $114, I decided to sell my Solana today, not for a trade, but in terms of the actual bag that I had. So in spot trading, I decided to sell, and I want to buy back when it pulls back, because I am a bit concerned here with all this resistance that it may struggle to go higher right now. I'm just not seeing enough strength, given that it has grown up slowly here. It has a lot of green candles. If you look on the 4-hour chart, it's just been green candle after green candle with a red candle here, mostly bullish. It does look like it has formed a bit of a top here, and it wants to pull back. Now on the 1-minute chart, we can get a better picture here. So here you could see that we have gone to $125 and 40 something cents here earlier today, and then it started to lose momentum a bit. It has started trade sideways. As you can see, it tried to go higher, it failed. It tried to go higher, it failed. It's testing the waters right now, right? So there's nothing bullish about this right now, because it does get pushed down each time it goes up. So it's trading sideways, and I am being a bit aggressive, but I did open up a short here. As you can see, I've actually opened it a bit earlier. I've opened it around here. So I entered at $124.15 for a short, and I've put a stop loss here to give it a bit of wiggle room. Normally, most people would say that it's better to just put a stop loss around here, just above this previous high. But for me personally, I want to give it a bit of a wiggle room. Of course, it can just wake up here and knock me out, but that's the reason I didn't actually go too heavy on this short, because I don't have a lot of confidence in it. I do think I was a bit aggressive. Normally, my strategy is to wait for a break in the trend line. So as you can see, we got the trend line here going up, and so I would normally wait for a break. But you know, you could argue that this is a break in the trend line, because if we draw a trend line from here and we connect all these dots, you could see that we did actually break the trend line here. So it doesn't mean it necessarily has to go up. Of course, it could retest higher, but ideally, after we get this kind of break in the trend line, we want to see it go back up and fail. And then as soon as it fails and it gets rejected one more time, that's when we should enter the short, right? That's normally my strategy, and that's when I would enter with a full size. But because of because I was a bit aggressive on this, I decided to enter with a smaller amount just in case I'm wrong. But again, I am going to be watching this, so if I see it try to go higher and fail, then I'm going to re-enter again with a bigger size, you know. So this is just a test. I'm not going to be adding up to this position. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, that's it, you know. But I just wanted to test things out and see if it does happen to pull back, because even the what I'm targeting here, I'm normally targeting a 2-to-1 risk to reward. And so if this goes to $120.86, I want to be out here. Okay, if it pulls back to that level, I want to be out. I want to be taking the profit. So and then I'll call it a day, and I'll wait and see what happens. But I did also exit with my spot bag, as I said, because I do think that it has done quite well for quite a number of hours here on the 4-hour chart. So I think a pullback is in order, and when we get that pullback, that's when I'm going to be looking to re-enter. Like I said, it depends on what the market is going to do. It's going to be hard to break this resistance, but anything is possible given the circumstances. Remember that the market also moves with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin does well, of course, Solana will also do well. It is the weekend. There's not as much trading activity right now, but we'll have to see how the market reacts. We have to watch it closely. Now, one other thing I want to mention here is that if we do go higher, so if we do manage to break past this area here of resistance, you could expect the next level to be tested, which would be around this area here of around $140 to $145. So it does look good right now. I'm not going to lie here. It does look like we've pretty much bottomed here and want to go higher. And this is the reason why I'm looking to re-enter once we get that pullback, because it is very likely that we're going to be moving higher. But right now it's just we're not seeing enough buying pressure. You know, people are cautious, waiting on the sidelines. A lot of people likely sold their positions and they're waiting in stable coins for a better opportunity, because not many people trust what Trump is doing. So there's that risk as well that you got to keep in mind, the macro situation. But in terms of technical analysis, like I said, it does look bullish. There's just not enough buying power. You can clearly see that in the volume. You know, it is struggling. Even when it goes up, it's a struggle going up. It's not going straight up with full force to show us that there's real demand for this to have a proper reversal. That's it from today's update. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.